Good late evening, 10:57 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the East Coast. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. I wanted to do one more update here before the clock turns at midnight. So this article came out about an hour, just over an hour ago, and you can already see how we declined below this, extended below the 47,500. Just so in case you're new, right now Bitcoin at the time of recording is at 46,596, down or up 130 or 114 points or 0.25%. XRP right now is at 82,150, up 0.48%. XLM's down 1.35% at 26.2. And then DGB is down 1.39% at 32.74. And XDC is off by 1.90% after a nice rally yesterday, and it's at 0.896. So that's what we're looking at numbers wise. We'll come back to the chart after, but first, make sure to hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. Helps me get through the analytics, the views. We're 12 to 1,600 views per video roughly. It seems like we get 2,000 and 3,000 views on some videos. But for the average, that's about where we're at. I want to thank the new member of Tom's Army. It was nice to see a new member join. And then I want to thank the people who donated during the live stream a few hours ago. That really meant a lot to me. So if you want to join Tom's Army, you get priority commenting in the live streams, which if you're not part of Tom's Army, you can't talk to me in the live streams. It was something cool that we ended up switching over a few live streams ago, and it's worked out very well so that the spam stays out and it's a lot more fun. So let's read this. Bitcoin turns sell on rallies towards 48,000, bears in action. So remember, we're at about 40, we'll be conservative, 46,600 in Bitcoin right now. So a lot of this already took the negative downturn, and it's only been, like I said, just over an hour since this came out. So Bitcoin turns sell on rallies towards 48K, bears in action. Bitcoin extended decline below the 47,500 support zone against the US dollar. Bitcoin could recover, but upsides might be limited above 47,500. Bitcoin started a fresh decline below the 48,500 and 47,500 support zones. The price is trading below 48,000 in the 100-hour simple moving average. This is a key declining channel forming with resistance near 47,150 on the hourly chart of the Bitcoin USD pair. Data feed from Kraken. The pair could correct higher, but upside might be limited above 48,000 in the near term. So before this last drop, they're saying there might be a ceiling at 48,000, and that was when we were about 47,500. Bitcoin price extends decline. Bitcoin price failed to recover above 48,000 and started another decline. Bitcoin traded below the 48,500 and 47,500 levels to move further into a bearish zone. Decline gained pace below the 47,000 level, at lowest form near 46,120, and the price is now consolidating losses. Bitcoin is trading below 48,000 in the 100 hourly simple moving average. An immediate resistance on the upside is near the 46,600 level, which we're at right now. So it could be trying to prove this as a resistance area. We're going to see. It is near the 23.6 fib retracement level of the recent drop from the 48,123 swing high to the 46,120 low. The first major resistance is near the 47,200, and that held when we hit it last time. There is also a key declining channel forming with resistance near 47,150 on the hourly chart of the Bitcoin USD pair. The trend is in line. The trend line is close to the 50% fib retracement level of the recent drop from the 48,123 swing high to the 46,120 low. A clear move above the 47,500 resistance zone could start a fresh increase. And if this happens, the next major resistance is near 48,500 level, where the bears might emerge. Any more gains could send the price towards the 50,000 level. If Bitcoin fails to recover, or more losses in Bitcoin. If Bitcoin fails to recover the losses, or recover above 47,200, it could continue to move down. An immediate support is near the 46,200, so that's what we're working on right now. We're about 400 off of this as we speak. The first major support is near 46,000. A downside break below the 46,000 level could push the price towards the 45.5 level. That's where I've been taunting, saying we're probably working our way to 45.5, and then we're going to see if that can hold, or we're going to go straight to 41,600 roughly. Any more losses may possibly lead the price towards the 45,000 support zone, below which there's a risk of a larger decline in the coming sessions. So let's pay attention to the technical indicators because we got to make sure we're on the right track. So the hourly MACD for Bitcoin, the MACD is now gaining pace in the bearish zone. Hourly RSI, relative strength index. The RSI for Bitcoin USD is well below the 40 level, and we want to be much higher than that. Much higher than 40, at least at 40. Major support levels 46,200, followed by 45,500. I mean, look how low now the resistance levels are. 47.2, 47.5, and 48.5. That's staggering, just from 24-hour change from yesterday to today. So that's what I wanted to do with crypto. I think that was a beautiful one to do. So now, obviously, we read a Bitcoin one, so Bitcoin's right around where we just were looking. And this is what we're seeing, guys. It's exactly what we thought. But now the problem is this looks like a smaller version of the overall drop. So this looks like a bearish continuation pattern. I wish it wasn't in the 30-minute for some of you, but, I mean, I'm not going to lie. If this pulls up, it can. I absolutely think it could because it's bouncing off of this region. It would bounce off this support right here, which it already fell into the channel like 3 times. But anyhow, it bounce off and maybe get rejected here or maybe here. I don't see any way we're getting back up here and fighting to the 1 hour time frame. I just don't. I think it's more likely that this breaks down and then we find ourselves right here and we're like, oh shit. And then, yes, like, do something like that. And yes, it's absolutely correct. We could, no. Because there's nothing right there. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. There ain't dick. There ain't dick. Like, everybody's asking me, where could we possibly have a stop point for it not to fall straight through? Honestly, I broke it down into the 5-minute, and the only thing I could come up with, and I know it sucks, but we have to scroll back because it's in the 5-minute. But the only little spot I could find to 41,000. And you guys are going to see even in the 5-minute how, like, holy crap, this dropped so fast. Assuming we can get this to load up. Yeah, we're not even going to really be able to see it, but you see this wick right here? So technically, 44,864, we had a wick. So it came down there and it stopped before coming through. So that's important because we had one that came straight through. So that was one that at least stopped there. That at least stopped. So we can say, okay, if we do break through 45,529, Tom, is there an alternative between that and 41,000? And I went through and looked, and that's the area. So yeah, technically this could just be a continuation down to, we could do something like this. I mean, continuation, we hit here, and then we do that and then swing up. I don't know, that seems fucked. Continuation through there, and then we hit that for a stopping point. There's always that opportunity. But that's what we're looking at. So right now with Bitcoin, we have 47,183 support. 46,276 was our descending resistance line that should be used as resistance, but it's being used as support, trying to right now. And this is the second attempt, but it's falling farther through now. But this, guys, remember I said the apex zone where we'd have to make a decision. Remember where we said yesterday you guys would be staggering if you guys would be in awe if you guys realize what I've done here. I called this exactly to the X. I said that was going to be the point where it has to make the decision. Isn't this crazy? How perfectly I called it? So it's going to have to make the decision. Is it going to bounce up off of here? Or is it going to prove to be a continuation pattern and fall through down to here? And then we're going to have to figure out something even worse. So it's crazy how that ends up being the perfect spot. That's why I say my lines are time tested, and you're not going to find better technical analysis on YouTube. You'll never find better technical analysis for free. I can guarantee you that. So best in the business for a reason, and this just proves it time and time again. XRP. Now that we've debunked the the Bitcoin chart, we can look at XRP logically. In the same fashion that we are with Bitcoin, look at what we formed here. We're in our descending triangle in the shorter term, right? The descending resistance in the short term that goes all the way back to April 18, 2021. Descending resistance, uptrending support. We went over at one time, came back in. Now we're trading within this zone that if you look at this and it stays true, this would, in this part of the zone, get us to about 81 cents. And like I said, it looks like we could be playing through something like this. How we were saying we're coming through this part of the zone, and then we make our decision up right here. Isn't it funny, again, how the chart plays out like this? Or you can bounce up, or it falls through and it can prove, fake out. And it can quickly pull itself back up, a bunch of different things. So, but this is the best in the business. So, and then you bring it out into the farther grand scheme, and this is no joke. I know I don't show it all the time, but I've got this charted out for the long term, guys. All the way back in, look how far back this goes, my chart, for where I started this uptrend. May 19, 2017. And now if you go by the uptrend that started in May 19, 2019, or 2017, our next hit, based on where we're at, and this is just something we have to consider, and I love bringing out this perspective because nobody does. You could come through here, and let's just say we do, let's just say we do what we're talking about, right? Okay, we see this. Right, and then we come down here, double bottom, then we come up here, hit the zone, get rejected, and that's, we dick around, but eventually we're going to hit this true uptrend. Look what that number is, and I'm giving us credit that this is going to be built up a little bit. See what I'm doing here, guys. And I'm not saying it's going to take till September 5th, 2022. This is just an example to give it time, and look how far out, even if it was way out there. Because this isn't going to take until September. I'm just saying. Let's shorten this. Don't worry about the September. This is just for demonstration purposes. If it hit up there and then came down here, that's a 32 cents on the uptrend. And it would still be satisfying the uptrend. So that's what I'm saying. We have to always be aware of where did this pattern start. And this comes from 2017. Now this pattern's moving a lot faster than I demonstrated, obviously. So you could get something like this, right? And then you come down. We'll just say 52 in this scenario, but 57, 52, it doesn't matter. Then you would come up real quick, and then I believe you would come way down, maybe dick around here, and then you'd be down here. So somewhere in 2022, but after you bounce this uptrend, I mean, I don't know if it's going to take that long. That's what I'm saying. It's going to break out before that, but that's if you stay true to the long term. So you guys have to understand what I'm saying. There's a short-term one that goes back to April of this year that we're riding, right? So let's understand what we're looking at here. There's a lot of different things at play here. And then you can see down to 52 cents. This is the smaller one. We've got a much bigger one. And then we've got one that started in April 5th. But we're taking it from this part of the pattern. So in this scenario, which is what I think we're on. So you've got support at 52 cents, right? Resistance coming across the top, and we've traded within this every single time. I mean, even if we stopped here, I mean, it's going to end you at 52 cents because that's where the pattern, that's this trend. So I think the 52 cent scenario is a big in play type of what we're seeing for XRP, but that's what can be playing, and that's why we have a longer time frame, but I play it on the shorter time frame and the 30-minute time frame daily because we're looking for everybody who's swing trading or trying to figure out what they're doing with XRP. I've already got a plan. All these lines aren't here by mistake or by accident. This is what I think and I really believe is going to happen. And these are the trends we're in. And right now you can see it's tightening up. So once we break outside of the short term, we're going to go back into the overall trend. That's not the 5-year trend, but the one from April, and that will bring us down to 52 cents. Or a possible apple in the diamond bottom, and would bring us to 57 cents. If we don't go back to the grand scheme of 52 right here. Well, we had 57 there, but if you go back farther, we had a 52 somewhere in this, back here a couple times. So this would just be, hey, we hit twice there, then we had a double bottom here. So you'd have an incline. So it'd be pretty interesting, but the fact we fell through that would invalidate if we come through that again, that 81, and then the short term would be invalidated. Then you'd go back to the pattern from April of this year, roughly. And then if that gets invalidated, then you go back to the 5-year pattern that would bring it down to 32 cents. I prefer to have the April pattern because then we can come down to 57 cents or 52 cents and bounce all the way up to $1.55 before we drop down into the 5-year pattern. Because I think that's what we're playing right now. So, and this is all, this is what I do. 24/7. I try to make sure you guys know what's going on. You're probably confused as shit. Maybe you got to watch this twice. If we look at the price volume trend, to go for some answers, we can see we're at it's 38.23. We're declining. We're declining. We're declining. Look at, even on these 4 hours. So when we were up here, 37.72 million every 4 hour was the average. And then you could see it was increasing as it went up. But then when it went down, it was decreasing. Right here, we had 38.2. We're increasing as we go down. So it's not like we're losing volume. We're actually gaining volume. You can see up here, we had 37 at the top. Which means it's not like we're not finding sellers. We're finding sellers. That's a false narrative that we're not finding sellers. So in the 30-minute, you can see 21, 20, 21, 20. I mean, look at that. We actually have found more willing sellers. So when we're way up here, we're at 20.8 when we're buying. When we're down here selling, we're over 21. So we're actually getting more volume when we're selling. That's a bearish tendency, in my opinion. I mean, look back here. It's looking good. We had a nice steady flow, even coming up to here, and then all of a sudden it started declining. What happened when it declined? It started shuffling down. Then we kept finding more volume, so keep shuffling down. It's going to keep flushing us out, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure to hit that like button, turn that bell notification to all. And I'd appreciate if you subscribe to the channel. Donations and Tom's Army not as important. That's up to you if you want to get some extra perks. The Telegram, the emoji badges, or the exclusive content when I put it out. But it also, more importantly, when I go live, you get to actually talk to me. So that's up to you. I would just really appreciate a like and a subscribe if I've helped you in any way. The other thing I wanted to do was, I've already done XLM and DGB a lot, but I wanted to touch base just to show you the support. So we have 3176 support for DGB, and that's what I drew from right there. I put a blue arrow down so you guys could see what I thought was going to happen and where it was going to go first. So now you can see we've already dropped down most of the way. So 3176 support, 3595 resistance, and it's actually a little lower. It's like 35 something, 3574. We want to stay pretty consistent here because we want to follow this downtrend in the 30-minute. That's the one that I like to move, as you guys know. The rest stays solid. So 3562 and 3176. Then it gives you kind of like a moving part. I really like DGB. We could have a tap here at 3176, but building a topping reversal after basically having a couple taps here leads me to believe that we got to come back to where we hit that 2561 at minimum. I put the 2124 in case we have an overshot because I'm not convinced this is going to hold. That's an awfully long continuation pattern there if it decides to go. And generally continuation patterns continue the way they started. So the fact that this was down and then it went up for a little relief, but it was on downward momentum. So the likelihood is this is going to likely break down and it's not going to be pretty when this figures itself out. XLM, we've got support at 26.4, which we've hit that on. I mean, it's stuck there. We break below that, we go to 25.1, and then we end up in the double bottom. Yesterday, I was so convinced we were breaking down, even though it looked like we could have had an inverted head and shoulders that tried to sneak in here. I was convinced we were going to break down because we broke down and we came to the bottom side and did this. That told me we were bearish, and now we're down here, and we're likely going to, we might just keep going. So Right now we've got, like I said, the support resistance we're fighting at 26.4. Underneath support, the true in the area is 25.1. Resistance in the area is 27.8. So this isn't looking good. I would say all of crypto is doing its dump before the new year. I think 2022 is going to be a tremendous opportunity. And I think you just got to keep your head up and understand the charts, because we're going to make a lot of money next year. And in 2023 especially. If we're looking at XDC, it's trying to finish off a cup. Did it finish it off? Well, we're going to know right now if it bounces off of right here. Just like we were talking about with the rest. Can this bounce off at 8.8? If it bounces off at 8.8, you've got a chance to ride it up to at least 9.7. So if it bounces off of 8.8, I predict XLM will have a minimum move of about 10.3%. If it can get out of this area, I was saying that we could see maybe a push to 12 cents and touch that. So, but that would be, like I said before, this would be tough. We said we might just do this and then come back down and then just, go to there. But we said this was sideways. We knew it was going to come up. It's just a matter of, does it bounce off of here and then do this, right? Or the more logical would be, does it bounce here and then do this and then start coming back down? I could totally see that with XLM, but it all depends on that bounce right there, ladies and gentlemen. Stay blessed. Make sure to hit that like button. Hashtag be better, do better. Hashtag one love.